Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NXT review for the 17th of August 2021. This is the week, the few days before the NXT Takeover 36 event. Anyway, Ilya Dragunov defeats Roderick Strong with Malcolm Bivens and Heineken. But that not before the show opens with a talking segment. Malcolm Bivens doing the talking is decent, but anyway, cruiserweight champion Kushida is apparently not cleared to wrestle. Bivens opens an open challenge for anyone. Roderick Strong comes out. Dragunov answers the open challenge, and Dragunov pins Strong clean, winning the match with a myriad of styles along the way. Grappling, brawling, and a little bit of blood. Technical wrestling in the early part of the match. Dragunov goes for the double stomp off the top rope, rolls through, Strong moves, and Dragunov drops Strong with a knee strike, which actually looks pretty realistic because it actually looks like there's a potential knockout there. Strong counters with a Constantine special, and Dragunov goes outside the ring for his trouble. Henchman, which is Suzuki, distracts Dragunov, which allows Strong to smash Dragunov into the ring steps. We go to commercial break because we don't care about actual wrestling. Strong is working over Dragunov. Show returns from the break. Dragunov counters. Strong then starts to fight, and ultimately grappling leads into Dragunov going trifecta of German suplexes. Strong counters a third elbow and throws more elbows. Dragunov is busted open and bleeds from a cut above his eye. Manages to get the Matrix. Strong misses a knee, and Dragunov lands an enziguri and suplex Strong for his trouble. Dragunov signals for a torpedo, but Strong counters with a knee strike. Dragunov bounces back and delivers. Torpedo covers Strong for a 3 count. Dragunov post-match calls out Walter, but he apparently is not there. Dragunov challenges Walter for the UK Championship at TakeOver 36. This should be a good match. Prime Target mini documentaries up next. History between Coleman and O'Reilly. Good storytelling there. Hit Row brawls with Legado del Fantasma in the ring. They cut a promo, and the promo is led by Swerve Scott, and Beef have Top Dollar and Ashante the Adonis are out there. They're angry, and they tease the need. Needless to say, Escobar appears on the video wall talking about the grill. Scott storms out of the building to meet Escobar in the parking lot. Legado del Fantasma surrounds Scott, and they jump him. Escobar tries to steal another grill. Top Dollar throws someone into a rolling door, and then LA Knight earlier in the day paid Josh Briggs his bounty to take out Cameron Grimes. Walter and Imperium cut a promo ahead of Imperium tag match later in the program. Cameron Grimes defeat Josh Briggs. Grimes pins Briggs in a quick match. Ted DiBiase is at ringside doing commentary. Match leads to a post-match angle. Grimes wrestles in a butler suit. Briggs is aggressive, but Grimes counters him at every turn. Grimes goes for the cave-in, hits it, and covers Briggs for the pinfall win. Grimes is in the ring, ripping off his butler suit. Knight floors DiBiase with a punch at ringside. Grimes jumps out of the ring, makes the save, and Knight lays out Grimes with a stunner and a DDT. Knight talks trash. Segment ends. Johnny Grunge and Candice LeRae are backstage. Indy Hartwell is upset and over the relationship with Dexter Lumis. Stupid comedy, and absolutely no one cares about this. She eventually does leave with Lumis. Tag team champion, women's tag team champion Io Shirai and Zoe Stark are being interviewed backstage. Stark still wants to be friends. Shirai's having none of that. She just wants to defend the titles. Loomis and Indy Hartwell defeat Robert Stone and Jesse Kamea with Frankie Monet in a mixed tag match. Hartwell chokes out Kamea with the silence to win the match. Bit of a surprise, but it just shows how far this brand is falling. Stone is no match for Loomis. Monet then tries to interfere, grabbing Loomis's leg, drags him into the ring instead. Distraction leads to nothing except commercial break. And then Kamea is getting heat on Hartwell. Show returns from the very hot tag to Loomis, and he nails Stone repeatedly. Heels jump in to save the other from taking a pinfall. Stone misses a plancha and goes for and gets splatted on the floor. Kamea hits Loomis, which causes Hartwell to fire up on Kamea. Hartwell applies Loomis's silence to win the match by submission, and absolutely no one cares about any of this. Hartwell talked to Beth Phoenix after the match. Phoenix gives her something. Turns out it's an engagement ring. Hartwell gets down on one knee and proposes to Loomis. He says yes, they kiss, and they're engaged. Anyway, Malcolm Bevins is mad. Mackenzie Mitchell tries to interview Roderick Strong. He wants to be talked to instead. Exclusive interview with Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai are in a similar segment to the old face-to-face from the 90s. And they do the split screen thing. Carmelo Hayes defeats Duke Hudson in the breakout tournament semifinal match. Hayes pins Hudson to win the match. Hayes moves on to face Odyssey Jones in the final. Hayes is on a roll and sends Hudson crashing to the floor. Match goes through a commercial break. Hudson works over Hayes. Show returns from commercial. Hayes fights back and sends Hudson to the outside. Hayes jumps over the ropes, DDT on the apron, trade strikes, and there's a three-quarter roll. Hayes then leaps top rope, flying guillotine leg drop. Hayes covers Duke for the pinfall. Jones comes out face-to-face, and both of the members vow to win. Vignette hypes JC Jane, one of the new women's talents they have. Cameron Grimes is in the trainer's room. Teddy DiBiase approaches him and says sorry. Grimes delivers a pep talk and then ripped off the Butler shirt. He's not a Butler, he's a champion, and the intensity of the promo is good for sure. Then we go to NXT Tag Team Champions, almost seem to be forgotten individuals. MSK, Wesley, and Nash Carter defeat Imperium, Marcel Bartel, and Fabian Aichner to retain the titles. Carter pins Aichner to win the match. Walter and Dragunov run down to ringside during the match because we don't really care about tag teams. They brawl through the match. Imperium begins working over Carter, and they settle into the match. Lee is able to tag in, and Carter runs wild for a moment. This leads to a bunch of dives to the outside. Imperium catches them. Imperium then executes stereo suplexes on the floor. Show cuts to picture-in-a-picture because, again, we don't care about wrestling. Lee is rocked with a lariat. Show returns from the break. Imperium cuts the ring in half and targets Lee. Good teamwork from the heels. Hot tag to Cutler, and Carter is a house of fire. Soon thereafter, Walter appeared at ringside, and he's distracted. Referee allows Imperium to retain the advantage. Imperium's going for their finisher. Dragunov runs down, attacks Walter. Distraction causes Imperium finisher to fail, and MSK strikes with the heart attack blockbuster combo on Aichner and Carter and crushes him with a 3 count. Walter attacks Dragunov after the match and then pumps him with when MSK tries to make a save. Walter then laid them both out, but during the seconds, Dragunov then is able to recover. He fires up on Walter, and with the help of Imperium, Walter chops Dragunov down. Walter stands over him. Walter chokes him out because he can. Ridge Holland, alongside Pete Dunne, cuts promo on Timothy Thatcher. Holland meets Thatcher in a match next Tuesday on NXT because obviously these two guys are not happy with the or capable of being on the Takeover show. Samoa Joe, Karrion Kross go face to face. Joe's out first. He looks angry. Karrion Kross is out. Joe's looking forward to the face to face. Joe then realizes it's pointless. Joe then says he's simply a man who's here to hurt you, and the crowd is chanting, Joe's going to kill you. Kross enters, and it's about the future of the brand, he says. Kross is delivering lines. Crowd chants, where is Scarlett? And Kross didn't address this. Kross instead calls for a security team, and Kross claims that this is for Joe's protection. And Kross tells Joe he's going to drop Joe real fast to take over. Joe snaps and attacks Kross. Security tries to break that up, and they fail to do this. Joe then leaps through the ropes with a tope dive with a 300-pound guy, which is completely pointless, and knocks down Kross, and security gets knocked out in the process as well. Joe beats up Kross around ringside. Security pulls Joe off, and Joe and Kross are ready to go at it. Joe gets suplexed onto the announcer's desk, but Joe counters, and Joe is able to continue beating up his man. They go all around the building. Security pulls Joe off of Kross. Kross charges Joe nonetheless, and they basically fade to black as they're brawling through the crowd. Not a bad hype, but the show has certainly dropped, and we'll be back with more right after this.